Hi guys, DIY Bree here. I post home decor DIY videos every week to help and inspire others create the space they want to live in. Today I'm sharing some thrifting adventures and a recent trip to California. Please subscribe while you're here and we'll get into it. I just want to mention that we were really happy with what we were finding at this Goodwill because it was in a rich area where, you know, people donate decent quality things and they're still sold cheaply. That's sort of what makes this special. And I'm actually not showing everything. We got some like kids toy stuff that you guys probably don't want to see. Let me know though if you do want to see anything in that realm. Let's start with the first item. So this metal hello cursive sign would be great to use as a layering piece in styling shelves, placing it in the back behind some other things. There's two little spots in the back to just simply hang it onto the wall with a couple nails. And then another idea too is to attach it to a piece of wood and create more of a farmhouse style rustic like sign to hang up somewhere. So lots you can do with something like this. It's nice that it's metal and solid, so you can do all sorts of crazy things with it and keep reusing it, and it'll last. The detail in this unique terracotta mirror is mesmerizing. I'll definitely have to show you a close-up of it. It's incredibly unique. At a distance I thought, okay, maybe it's kind of like an Aztec-y looking piece. There's like a sun on the top, but it becomes this very like cottagey homestead garden vibe with the sunflowers and the picket fence and the rabbits, pumpkins, carrots, cabbage. It's really cool. Incredible detail inlaid into it, and it is some sort of stone. I'm not sure exactly what, but I love how unique it is and that it's a mirror. But I just thought this was so darling and so beautiful. I think it's something that older and younger generations would be drawn to. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just like such a cool, unique piece. So I'm really excited to style it and use it, and just a few bucks at Goodwill. So again, we were traveling, so I wanted to pack lightly, but I found a few little vessels. So I don't know if I would DIY this. I think I would just go ahead and use it as a bud vase. I like the dark color and texture and shape and how petite it is. And then this vessel is more decorative, from Magnolia Home. It's got this scored texture on the bottom of the ceramic. Pretty neutral color and would be great styled by itself or with some bunny tails in it or something. And this guy I mostly got just for the unique shape of it. Where there are paint drips, you can feel like the texture of that. So if I were to repaint it, you would still get some unevenness, which could be cool. I normally wouldn't pick this blue color, but it's cute with little handles and again, a great element to decorate with. This is nothing super special, just a nice picture frame that you can slide the glass in and out of at the top and add a photo. I like picture frames like this that allows the photo to be the focal point and just have a subtle accent to it. And I also like the stand part of it in the back, and it's just a nice silver and very streamlined and versatile. So, and then you can collapse it too, and different applications for this. You could put dried flowers in there too or something. Okay, onto the books. These were really hard to pass up. Normally they charge a bit more for hardbacks. I think the paperbacks were $1 and the hardbacks were $2 or something like that. It was really cheap. So I was able to get 2 Harry Potter books, Deathly Hallows and Order of the Phoenix, for $1 or $2, I can't remember, which is a really great deal for a massive book. And I've been trying to collect these my childhood favorite series. They're both still in really good condition and just bring that nostalgia, childhood magic back. So I also got this fresh from the farmer's market, like a recipe book, year-round recipes for the pick of the crop, which I thought would be helpful since I've been doing a lot of gardening more in the produce, like grow your own food realm, veggies and stuff. I'm looking for more inspiration for what to cook because, you know, you can run into that problem where you're growing all these awesome things and then once you get to harvest time, you're like, crap, what do I do with all this stuff? So I'm hoping this will help me, where they have like a category of like, what are you gonna do with all your tomatoes and squash or whatever? And they have a bunch of recipes that are built around common ingredients that you're gonna grow in your own garden at home. So this looked promising, pretty pictures in it, and it was like 50 cents or $1, something like that. There's even somebody's non-recipe in one of the pages. Sweet. I loved this when I saw it and I couldn't pass it up. It's the plant recipe book. So, you know, like when you're doing arrangements in a planter, they call it like a recipe, a list of plants that you can combine in a planter to make a really pretty arrangement. So that's what this is. 100 living arrangements for any home in any season. And the cover has a bunch of succulents, stonecrop, air plants, echeverias, and it's hardback. I like the black background and the colors popping with the plants and the greenery. And this one's maybe a little bit more like just to look at, I guess, but it looks like there's some helpful information in here too for certain like recipes, what potting mix to use, when to add charcoal, gravel, and then gives you like tips on the care of the actual plants. Like how often to water, keeping them moist, the light requirements, and then it also gives you like the actual name and then like the common name for plants, which is helpful for me. So this is like a brilliant coffee table book or an actual functioning book. Definitely going to be looking through here a lot. It often takes a while to look through the books. It's hard because you're just staring at like all these bindings of different books and like something has to stand out for you to pull it. But it's definitely worth it, taking the time to peruse the book section. I typically look for the hardbacks because that's gonna look best and last well. Okay, I also got this book that just looks really fun. It's this bright poppy red color, The Dangerous Book for Boys, which I think I've seen around before. There's cool illustrations in here, information about advice on like how to talk to girls and building stuff, making crystals, lots of like typical boy stuff, which my daughter would totally be into this too, but I mostly like the aesthetic look of it. It'll be fun to read through this. So that was a cool find. Okay, I do want to mention one like child item. This was like $2 and it's missing a piece, but it's meant to be like a little buddy to clip on to a child. So it looks like a backpack and there's a little pouch to hide things. But it's meant to be used as sort of like a leash child restraint harness thing, which could be controversial. The more rambunctious toddlers can benefit. I have little sisters that are around the same age as my kids, and I was very grateful one time to have one of these to prevent one of the children from running into the street. And I had been toying with the idea of getting one for my son, and this was $2, and the kids loved it because it just looks like a fun stuffed animal toy. But if I feel like I need a little extra security, especially with parents that have multiple children. I've got 2, so like one for each hand. So I just picked up a little like leash strap and you just clip it on to the little thingy-majig on the bottom. There we go, and now they can wear it and you can kind of keep them in a safe perimeter around you. I just thought this was cool, and I know these can be kind of pricey, and this was a good find. I just threw it in the washing machine and it's good as new. I also found this suitcase. It was like 10 bucks or maybe less. It was really cheap for a suitcase. And they had a bunch. You can always find suitcases at thrift stores, but they're usually pretty grimy and worn down and not great. But since we were shopping at like a nicer thrift store, we were able to find this one, which is still in pretty good shape. There were a few stains on it and I couldn't quite get it all out, but it's the best looking, best quality suitcase I've ever seen secondhand before. So I was excited to get that. I was blown away by the price and the quality of that. So this framed poster thing was really cheap, $5. The frame itself's like plastic and a little cheap. It could always be amped up by gluing like wood dowels over it or painting it or something. But I mostly was intrigued by the print. My daughter's been wanting to do a rainbow theme in her room, and I thought this would be cute to add in there. And then I also have a cousin who's doing something similar in her daughter's room, and so I was like, well, this could work for her too maybe. So we'll see where it ends up. It's really hard to find frames this size for so cheap, so I figured I'd grab it and see where it ends up. I also grabbed this, I don't have it on me, but it's this cute little cosmetic bag from Ipsy, and I like that it's like ombre, two bright, pretty colors. Those are always nice to have on hand, like a good quality cosmetic bag for when you're traveling, and avoid using like Ziplocs that you have to dispose eventually. I like to reuse stuff. I thought that was really cute to find at a thrift store. It looks, I'm pretty sure it's brand new. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and getting a peek at some things that I found thrifting. It's always fun to go thrifting in a new place, and the different array of options that you have there. And we did find some cool kids' toys that we had a hard time passing up for like $3. We got this like big scooter, like hybrid thing. Anyway, yeah, I love thrifting kids' toys because they're gonna get dirty and mashed up and destroyed anyway. And so if you get them used, clean them up, you know, after a few months or a year or so, there's not really any difference and it's way cheaper. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Where's Buddy? Where did Buddy go? Ah! Where's Buddy? I don't see him. Buddy, where's Buddy? Hi!
Ghostbusters! End it.